Hello, welcome. My name is Lana Boyack and I'm the founder of Inner Mystic. Inner Mystic is a school for seekers. It's a place for those who are desiring to awaken to more of who they be on an energetic level. Come to discover ways inwards, be it through body, mind, emotions, spirit. There are 4 pillars of Inner Mystic, which are the radiant body, yoga of intimacy, embodied leadership, and wholehearted living. Each of these tracks are like maps inwards for you to access, self-realize, awaken, heal, transform, and create, sculpt, and enjoy a life that you co-create with the inner mystic within you, that guru, that wise magician, the shaman or shamaness, the healer. You know, we are all born with very, very precious gifts that are our birthright. And those gifts are that we are seers, we are intuitives, we are wise, we are knowledgeable. We are spirit, we are soul, we are light, we are love, we are the healers, we are the messengers, we are the wise, wise elders. This is you. And the thing is, unless you are raised in a way that this is supported, this is cultivated, that you are brought back home to you, to the wisdom that you are, as you grow as a child and as you become a young person and then an adult. If we don't have that guidance, that leadership, that mentoring in our lives, that helps us to remember more and more and more of who we are, then we are kind of lost, we flounder. And this is why it's really, really important to have these that support us. In my own life, since I was a young girl, I've always been supported by the seen and the invisible worlds. So I've always felt the presence of spirit, guides, angels, helpers, deities. In human form, I've been incredibly blessed to be led by very, very special leaders in this world who've helped me to learn about energy, my body, the spirit world, how to heal my emotions from trauma that was deep, deep seated in me from an early time in this physical life. You know, those that have guided me back to my own self so that I could cultivate this journey of leading others in their own reawakening in their lives. So the Inner Mystic yoga and lifestyle training is open to anybody that is seeking a way back to the peace of their heart. That, you know, that question which is, why am I here? What is this all for? And my loves, I have asked this thousands of times. Even with all of my gifts and my strengths and my supports in my life, I still question what this is about. And so this question that I continue to ask, the only place it can truly, truly be answered and soothed is from the heart, from the soul. And so Inner Mystic yoga and lifestyle training is about returning back to the soul, back to the wisdom within each of us. When I am resting in this place within my heart, when I am connected to the elements, when I am connected above and below, when I feel the divine integration and comfort and trust and support from embodying both my masculine and feminine wisdom, knowledge, gifts and strengths, when my chakras feel like they are spinning in a harmonious, beautiful way, when I am immersing myself in rituals and practices that keep me attuned vibrationally to the helpers, to the allies, to the messengers, and to the ways that I'm going to see, sense, and feel knowledge, breadcrumbs, direction that's going to help me walk and act in my path as a teacher, a healer, an educator, a guide, a mystic, an alchemist, a transformer, an activator. All of these personas that we all have in our own unique ways, I need support. So there are rituals that I do. There are practices that I do. There are ways that I move through my day, through my life, and have since I was 7 years old. But over the last 30 years have been actively cultivating and grooming and refining. And as I've refined these practices, they have become a part of me. It's like that tapestry that's behind me. My rituals, my practices, my relationships that I build with the seen and unseen worlds, they attune me more and more and more. The same as an amazing instrument, a beautiful guitar or a violin would be tuned by its player. We are the instrument that our soul works through. And it's up to us to learn how to attune our instrument, which is our body. And the attunement requires us to lighten up the density in our bodies, to come into a greater state of harmony and peace within, a grace of flow, a symbiotic relationship with the energies of life. So how I do this is what works for me. This is like choose your own great adventure, right? Because it is your life and you are the adventurer, you are the quester, you are the pilgrimage, or the pilgrim on a pilgrimage, just like Santiago in The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Brilliant, brilliant book for you to revisit if you have read it, and to read it for the first time if you've never read it. We are all on a pilgrimage to discover who we be in this world, and that who we are being, and the love and the joy and the devotion and the spark and the enthusiasm that who we can be catalyzes within us, is then who we get to share in the world. What our joy is, what our most perfect aligned self is what we are here to share. So I can help you to come more into alignment with yourself, but you ultimately are going to be initiated. This is your rite of passage. You are Santiago on your own great alchemical quest and journey. So here is how I can help you in this part of the journey. And this to me is the initiatory part, because without having the tools, the practices, the know how to keep me refined and in alignment and flow and in grace with life, so that it moves through me rather than me kind of passively showing up and then being slammed down and surprised hard in a way that is less than inspiring. I choose to show up. Each moment, each initiation, each new way I refine myself is like a pearl that I am stringing, or a constellation that I am creating. It is helping me to be tangibly more who I am here to be. So I really hope that all makes sense to you. You're going to feel my words more as a resonance in your body. And if you just access it from your head, then I might not be the teacher for you to guide. So I'm going to go into the very practical aspects of what the actual inner mystic yoga and lifestyle training is about. So this is a 3 to 4 part training program. It has that many levels. This first level is about personal foundations. This is about you learning about who you are and laying out this beautiful tapestry on the ground. And I'm going to offer you gems, teachings, insights that span from an hour in duration to 4 and 7 hours in duration over this 20-hour weekend. There is an option to go into the trainee track of level 1, which is going to include an additional 20 hours of one-on-one work with me, group work, and this is like a small group, only 6 students are doing the 40 hours. This is a mentorship with me, and you will be groomed so that you are learning how to help individuals outside of yourself to cultivate very beautiful, beautiful home practices. You're going to work with individuals that you can help them design their own personal healing, grounding, transformative, nurturing practices of self-care for their mind, body, spirit, and emotions. So here is module 1, and everybody, you know, as long as you have an interest and a passion in cultivating more of yourself, then this is the practice and the process that might be beneficial for you. Have some interest in yoga, a competence, a personal practice. This isn't a yoga training, but we will be doing poses so that you can align your body more yet. So module 1, cycles, rhythms, and Ayurveda. When we learn that everything about life is about cycles and rhythms, and that life is not linear, it's not about you do this, this happens. There are no guarantees. So when we learn to dance with the flow, the rhythms, the cycles of life, the rising and falling of the sun, the cycles of the seasons, the circadian rhythms within our own body, the growth, the maturity, and the death and dying off of the cells within our own body. We are always living and growing and dying. Then we come into more of a harmonious state within ourselves, within the relationship of life as a whole. All right? This is a very sacred dance. So we're going to do that with Ayurveda and just in general, a discussion about the cycles and rhythms of life. Module 2 is breath work and movement as core healing modalities. So we are taking breath into healing and activating deep parts of us, the reawakening. Breath is life. Without breath, there is no life. So we are really going to tap into this profound tool. We are going to learn how to move and activate the energy in the body so that we are opening up the pathways and the channels. And we're going to do that with different elements of flow outside of yoga. There will be some sacred movement and spontaneous movement, and some of that will be catalyzed by the breath. Module 3 is a 7-chakra system theory. My teacher of 14 years now, Anadea Judith, really helped me to see, sense, feel individuals through the lens of chakras. So as I see through the lens of shamanism, these cycles and wheels, as the medicine wheel helps me to see, the chakras do the same thing. These are ancient teachings for seeing the mind, the body, the spirit, and the emotions through these portals within the bodies called the chakras. And we're going to explore the 7 core chakras. Module 4, Chakra Yoga, brings it into working specifically within the realm of chakra poses. That will help to support, anchor, ground, create more movement, flow, space, awareness of and through the energy portals in the body. Module 5 is mantras and mudras. So we are going to work with sacred hand gestures, sacred seals that help to amplify very specific intentions. We're going to work with mudra because mudra is a way that we tune the body. It's like using a tuning fork, or when you're tuning a guitar, there is an instrument that they use that helps to tune the chords so that there is this refinement of this sacred sound. And we can do that right down to ourselves when we are working with mantras. Module 6 is about meditation and reflective journaling. So this is like a power wand. When we can get into that sacred chamber of the subconscious mind and communicate with that part of us, so much is revealed through the pen to paper. So much is revealed by that presence of staying inwards and asking for messages to be revealed to us. Module 7 is elemental alchemy, something I'm very, very, very excited about and have been since I was a young girl. I grew up in Northern Ontario bush. We didn't even have running water, honestly and truly, for the first 10 years of my life. That's a whole other story. My relationship with nature was so profound because I didn't have kids around me. I had my 2 brothers, but I didn't have friends around me. I had kids when I went to school, but otherwise I was in nature. So I spent a tremendous amount of my formative years building relationships with the elemental allies. And to this day, that's where I find my greatest peace, my greatest wisdom is when I am immersed in nature. But we can bring nature into our home right here, right now, because truth is your body is housing the galaxies, the cosmos, the stardust, the fire, the water, the air, the earth, the ether. Science has proven this. So this is a very juicy, powerful area we're going to dive into. Pay homage to. Module 8, this is fun. Oracles, gemstones, aromatherapy, and altar building. At the beginning of our journey of remembering who we be in the real subtle world, it helps to have tangible tools to play with. You know, it helps to have stones and amulets and things that we work with, things that we wear. Our environment is conducive to us seeing tools that help us to feel empowered. We work with sacred medicines. We burn that in smudge to help us feel as though we are in sacred relationship with the divine. You know, in ritual, when we have an altar and we have some sacred items on it, it helps us to feel connected to that. So working in this very tangible way is a very playful and very grounding way to remember ourselves as the mystics, the shamans, the priestesses, the healers, the medicine people that we are, because we get to play with these powerful amulets that are alive and active. So that's going to be a lot of fun and a very familiar territory for many of you. And you're going to remember, I think, a lot in this module about who you already are within you. Module 9, living in raw food as medicine. For me, working in the realm of living food is powerful because food expands our physical body's capacity to expand more and more as the energy beings that we are, as that Kundalini Chakti energy arises. Module 10 is personal ritual creation. So this is what I was talking about at the beginning when I said those going into the 40-hour track are going to learn how to finesse for Module 2, which is when they become one-on-one guides and practitioners to help others in developing, you know, their relationship with altars and tools and rituals and such to help to create more relationship with their mind, body, spirit, and emotions. So each of us in this 20-hour will be playing with this, and you're going to get lots of time to practice this, and I will guide you in the best way to discover what is accessible for you, what is realistic for you, what is manageable for you, and what's going to give you what I call the greatest investment, in that when you put the time in, you're going to get the most out of it in the mind, body, spirit, and emotions. Because let's be honest, not everybody has a lot of time, they perceive, and it might be true, to create these rituals and practices and invest a lot of time. But it's not about how much time that we expend. It's about how concentrated, how dedicated, how present we are as we are in ritual, doing the invocations, doing the prayers, doing the attunement, doing the commitment work. So we can be efficient. And I'm really great at efficiency and as well decadence and really stretching things out as well. So you're going to get it all. Here's how it's going down. So I'm only working with 20 students the weekend of November 24th and 25th. Our hours are going to be on the Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. There will be designated breaks, of course. The location is Northern Water Sports Center on Lake Ramsey, which is just lovely, lovely. Your prerequisite is a strong interest and some understanding of yoga. Your commitment, 100% attendance. I have a payment plan, but all payment has to be made in full prior to November 14th. So before, I've extended this. So before October 3rd, the 20-hour track is $597. Those going into the 40-hour track, which invites them into the mentorship with me and access to level 2 training, and level 3 is $897 for the 40 hours. Those are coming in after October 3rd. You are going up to $779 for the 20 hours and $1,079 for the 40 hours. What else do you need to know here? So everybody will have course instruction with me, and those going into the 40-hour track, of course, that includes a one-on-one with me, which is $150 an hour. You have your workbook. Those coming into this level 1 for the 20 and the 40 hour, you're each going to have a buddy, because it's really, really important to have somebody that we work with to help us, just kind of hold our hands, have our back, and have deeper conversations with during the training and post-training. And there's going to be a private Facebook group. You see, I want to be building community around this. We all need help. We need a tribe, right? Those who are interested in this work, you are way showers. You are pioneers here. And I need you. I need you because I can't do all of this work all by myself. I want to create these mystical beings who remember their power, their magic, their gifts, and within your own circles of friendships and families and tribes and colleagues and, your circles of beings, you are spreading your gifts. You are helping others to reawaken and remember. I need you. This is why I really want to get this going and build this and create this. And so the Facebook community is going to be very beneficial as well for you to keep the momentum. And I will keep inserting there and do little bits and pieces in there for everybody. But we are in such a critical time. The masses are either fully going into fear-based thinking and living. So actually they're more existing in the world. And those of us who want and believe it's possible to be in this new paradigm of living and being in the world. So what we're doing within the realm of the inner mystic is reawakening ourselves to this new paradigm of being in the world and living and thriving and healing and sharing and co-creating. So you, my beloved friends, are needed by me so that I can initiate you into remembering that you are powerful mystics and guides and gurus, and that it's not about continuing to seek outside of yourself, but rather to trust more and more and more that you are that. You've always been that since the spark of creation. You are that because you are creator. I know this sounds like a lot, but if you get it, please reach out. You are so ready for this. And if you don't quite fully get the magnitude of what I just said, let it just kind of seep into you. Let it infuse. Let yourself marinate in that. And there will come a time you're going to just be like, I am that. And you're going to reach out. So for now, please know that I respect you. I'm excited to co-create with you. I'm excited to see who joins me in this very intimate training, because we are alchemists coming together, creating this very specific magical elixir that is going to awaken us all in these incredible ways beyond what we even know is possible right now. Okay, it's the exponential leap. I'm so excited. So in addition, if you have a yoga teacher training already, you get to utilize 40, if you're doing the 40-hour track only, you get to utilize a 40-hour training certification with me for level 1 towards your continuing education annual requirements per year. So I wanted to keep this kind of succinct and brief, but ultimately I couldn't, make it any more brief than what's going to be a half-hour video, because there's a lot of content here and a lot of information, and I really wanted to express that this is my soul's work. Yes, I'm a yoga teacher trainer, and I've been training and teaching individuals for a very long time and guiding them and mentoring them, and I've been a spiritual midwife and life coach, and yes, and I do magic with food, but the truth is, pulling together this bundle is the golden thread that is weaving together my life's tapestry in a graceful, elegant, integrated way, and it's keeping me sane. So this is what I want to transfer onto you and help you to understand. And as this sun is rising, and I'm going to get whited out here in my brilliance, I guess this is metaphor for the light expanding within us all. I love you. I'm grateful for you. I am open to any questions that you have. Reach out. Do not be intimidated because there's a yoga component of this. This is basic yoga poses to attune you, all right? But just because something is simple and accessible doesn't mean that it's less powerful. So deep love to you, tremendous gratitude, and to those that attempted to be on my live Facebook evening where I was chatting about this and there was all that energetic disruption going on. Thank you so much. That meant so much to me to have you running the gauntlet with me in such a graceful and elegant way. So Lana Boyack, my present website is lanaboyack.com. That is being rebranded right now, but you can still reach me there, and you can write to me at lana@lanaboyack.com if you've got questions, or post the questions in the comments area below. So have a gorgeous day, week, wherever you're at when you receive this message, and much love. Let's be the mystics that we are. Let's share our magic. Let's spread it. Let's help everybody else awaken so that we can live heaven on earth right here, right now, in the 5th, 6th, 20th dimensions. Let's go, folks. I love you. Bye for now.